Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Brooks, and today we're doing a math lesson. Our math lesson today will talk about new math vocabulary, joining, separating, and comparing. Another way to say joining is to add when we bring two things together. So, for example, if I have two green popsicle sticks and I bring one more, I am joining another stick to this set or this group. So when I had two, by joining one more, I'm going to have how many? 1, 2, 3. That's right. Joining means you're going to have more objects. Now, the next word we're talking about today is separating. Separating is the opposite of adding or joining. Separating means you are going to take something away. So if I had 3 popsicle sticks, and I separate, meaning I take one away or 2 away, and then I'll be left with another number of sticks, which in this case, I took 2 away and I only had how many? Right, I only had 1 popsicle stick left. That's called separating. Another word for separating is subtracting. Can you say subtracting? Good. You're in first grade, so I know you've heard these terms before. But as we start this new lesson, I want to make sure we review what it means when we join or add, and what it means to separate or subtract and take away. Now, comparing we talked about last week. That's when we simply take 2 sets of numbers. In this set, there's 3. And in this set, there's 3. And comparing means deciding, are these sets equal in number? Or is one set greater than or less than? Comparing is when you look at your sets and compare greater than, less than, or equal to. In this case, I'm holding a set of 3 popsicle sticks here and a set of 3 popsicle sticks here. Yes, they're different colors, but the amounts are the same. So now I'm going to put what kind of symbol in between? Equal. That's right. I'm going to put the equal symbol in between these 3 because if I compare them, it tells me that these 2 groups are the exact same. These sets are the exact same, equal to. Not one is not greater than the other. Now, if I brought this red one, if I separated a red one from its group and joined it with my green group, then I would change my comparison because I wouldn't be able to have an equal sign in between these 2 sets, right? I would have to have either less than or greater than. So in this case, what do you think the comparison symbol should be? If the question is 4 is blank than 2, would we say 4 is greater than, less than, or equal to 2? Right. You said greater than. You're right. 4 is greater than 2. 4 has more sets than 2. Awesome. Okay, let's look at this word problem I have. The word problem is just like the lesson I just showed you with our objects, but it's going to give you instructions with words that you have to read. And I put a couple pictures here just to help us with our reading. Sometimes you might have that on your assessments and sometimes you may not. But either way, because we're practicing, I know you're going to be very good at it when your turn comes to read your word problem. Let's read this one together. It says, 3 birds sitting in a tree. So there are 3 birds sitting in a tree. 6 more birds flew over to the tree. 6 more birds flew over to the tree. Now, your question is, how many birds are in the tree now? This is very important, the question. That's what you need to figure out. How many birds are in the tree now? How would you do that? What would your strategy be? What objects would you need to help you count those numbers? You don't have to think about it just in your head. You can use objects to help you count. So, for example, I'm thinking I might try, because I don't have any little pictures of birds or trees that I can use for this counting, I'm going to use dots. I have little magnetic dots that'll stick to the back of my board. So this says 3 birds. How many objects will I need to represent 3 birds? That's right, you're going to need 3. It already told me there's 3 birds sitting in the tree. So I'm going to pick 3 blue dots. 1, 2, 3. 3 birds are sitting in the tree. Then it tells me 6 more birds flew over to this same tree. 6 more. Well, I'm going to use the green just so I know that I'm looking at 2 different numbers or 2 different groups. You never know if that's going to be helpful or not. So let's count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 birds sitting in a tree. 6 more flew over to the same tree. Now, how many birds are in the tree now? To me, that sounds like a joining problem. I think I'm going to need to join these sets. It doesn't say the birds flew away. If they flew away, then, or if a number of birds flew away, then I would think that would be separating, taking away. But they're coming over, so that's going to bring them over to the tree. So I'm just going to move all these up here with these 3 birds, because that's going to show me these are joining together. 3 birds in a tree, 1, 2, 3, 6 more came over. Maybe I'll put them in a different order, like as if it were a 10 frame, even though it's not a 10 frame today. There, we got 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, okay? So, if I had a 10 frame, I would know that this number is 9. I could supersize. How many birds are in the tree now? I just count all of those dots, and that would tell me what number? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. If I don't have my 10 frame, it might be hard to supersize. Or maybe if I just put them in this arrangement, I can supersize. But either way, I have all my dots that help me count and know that 3 plus 6 more equals 9. Good job. Now, other tools you can use for your problems are, you can use a number line. And a number line is very similar to your 10 frame. I'll show you how we can just quickly use our number line. We're going to start with an open number line, meaning we don't have any numbers in between here. And we know that we started off with 1, 2, 3 blue birds, right? Well, they weren't really blue, but my dots are blue. So we're going to say we have 1, 2, 3. That's 3. And then it told me how many more? 6. 6 more birds came over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need somewhere to put this one. 6. 6. So let's count. 4, 5, 6. Well, let's do 9 actually. We'll do 9 green lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Joining my number line. Now all together I'm going to count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here I am. 9 brings me my magic number. I think you guys would like to try this as well. I know you will. Do well. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.